Good evening, historians. Welcome back. This week we are looking at historical newspapers, and we are doing so using the ProQuest historical newspaper database. Last week I talked to you about William Sherman and his march to the sea. This week I'm going back, returning to a discussion on World War I, Woodrow Wilson, and the Zimmerman Telegram. I've pulled 5 articles from the database for you this week, and the first of which was published on March the 1st, the Baltimore Sun, and it is the revelation to the American public about the Zimmerman Telegram. Now, Woodrow Wilson, President Wilson, knew about the Zimmerman Telegram on February 24th from British intelligence officials, but he did not disseminate this information to the American public until March the 1st. Why the delay? Not really sure, not really clear, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the discussion. And as you know about the Zimmerman Telegram, it proposed an alliance between Germany and Mexico. Mexico, if they joined with Germany and the United States is defeated, not only would they get general financial support from Germany, but they would also get returned to them the lands of Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. Now, a few days later, 2 days later, March the 3rd, 1917, a wire comes into the New York Times with some information, some skepticism of Wilson's intentions of revealing the Zimmerman Telegram to the American public. This comes from someone in Germany, but is published in the New York Times. But it's not published until March the 6th, which actually is after a few of the other articles that we're going to look at. But again, it just shows skepticism of Wilson's intentions. Basically claims that he was using the Zimmerman Telegram as a tool to gain American support and congressional support, since it is Congress who has to declare war, and it was just trying to garner their support for the war. And there's some of the text for you to peruse from the articles. The next article comes from, it actually is published on March the 4th, and this is Zimmerman, which surprised everyone. It's Zimmerman owning up to his authorship of the telegram to Mexico. But what he says is it was conditional. The offer of alliance was only conditional, only if, once they resumed unrestricted U-boat warfare, that the United States got involved. They joined the war. And if they joined the war, would Mexico attack them attack the United States at their southern border? And he states as, look, this is what is done in war, really. And the United States made a similar offer for an alliance for Argentina and other Pan-American nations, kind of a Pan-American alliance against Germany. And this happened almost a year before. And now what we're going to see is later that day there's a response. It didn't even wait till the next day, but March the 4th, via the Washington Post, the United States comes out with their response to Zimmerman's accusations, and basically they state that they're amused at these accusations that from Zimmerman, and they say there was never any such alliance proposed. This was absolutely ridiculous that he would make these claims. Okay, no plot to reveal is what they say. And the final article that we look at comes from April the 3rd, 1917, a little over a month after the release of the Zimmerman Telegram to the American public, and it is Wilson's petition to Congress to declare war on Germany. Of course, on April 7th is when they do declare war on Germany, and then the United States gets involved in the war, and the rest is history. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening.